Hi, my name is Dominic Martin,
Hello, I'm Nicola.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex.
and welcome to
Before you say I do.
Before you say I do.
Before You Say I Do.
Good day, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to our series on the Before You Say I Do. Today they said if it's nice, you do it twice. Well, guess what? Lydia was so good. We brought her back. So I'm here with Lydia and no Alex, and we are here, and we're gonna have just a ladies' chat today. We're gonna have a little chat among the ladies. Today we are speaking about what do you think about arranged? Arranged what? Arranged dating, arranged marriage, just arranged. Would you be open to your parents or your family or your friends choosing the person that you're going to date? Yeah, let me tell you, I know my take on it. So they're gonna have to come really, really good to change my mind. I don't know what their take on it is. I don't even know if they have the same take on it. But let's hear from them. Alex, what do you think? Would you let your family choose? Are you okay with that, or are you the type of person that says no? I could make my own decision. I think I'm mature enough.
I don't necessarily see a problem with it or without it. That's my take. Um, to me, with it would be like the sifting process for you. It's like your family took care of that already. Your best friend, your friend took care of all that already. So to me, it's like less heartbreak, less like because it really hurts to see you started dating somebody and what you thought it was really that person was really a match and come to find out later on the person is really not a match for you. So your family would have seen, your family, your close friends would have seen, um, they would have known your characteristics. They would have known um things that you probably would not have uh, observed about yourself, and it would be easier for them to match you to somebody who has similar characteristics or similar who wants something similar to what you desire. So I am leaning strongly on stronger on the arranged dating and arranged marriage, but not too tightly to the sense that you cannot back out from it if you desire. But yes, I'm leaning more towards that side than
Alrighty, so Alex has made a solid point. She's saying that your family knows you well, so they're gonna choose a good person for you. Lydia, what's your take on this?
Well, like her, I kind of, both of them kind of, to me, an option to me, both of them has maybe some advantages, but as opposed to her, I'm leaning to not have them choose for me. Because to me, I know myself. To me, I'm mature enough. Nobody can know me more than I know myself. Sometimes somebody could think they know you in depth. Your family you raised with, from times friends you meet, they think they could know you as much as they think they do, but they don't maybe know every aspect of you. Sometimes you might even have a little secret, something that happened to you that they don't know about that could affect certain things, even to affect that decision that they think somebody is the right person for you and they're not. Likewise, how well do they sometimes know that person? Sometimes, especially on your parents, on the in terms of your parents, maybe just not the friends, you're the person sometimes not of the same age group and whatnot as a parent. So how, in what setting really would they be seeing those people? In what situations really would they be seeing those people to display who or what the true character really is to maybe make the match for you? They come, you're parents, you're an older set of people, they would be pleasant. Hey, how you doing? Whatnot, they'll be on their best behavior. But you sometimes going out with them in different situations, being exposed more to them, you will be able to see what really maybe under pressure in a confrontation in whatnot. You'll be able to see what's really their true character is, what comes out, if maybe when they're angry, what comes out, if somebody give them a joke, what comes out. Yeah, to me, you'd better be able to see things like that.
Lovely. Oh, you guys are coming with some really good, strong points. Eh? So I want to look at it from both point of views and just add a little pressure here and there, and see what you guys are saying. So Alex is saying that your parents should know you well enough. Your friends too would know you well enough to make a sound decision. That way, they're saving you time and they're insisting through people and whatnot. My question for you, Alex, would be that my parents, if like you said, they know me well enough and whatnot, and okay, say they do, but then wouldn't they be choosing based on what their values are in terms of what they esteem important in a relationship? For example, in time past, in a relationship, the things that would have mattered, the values that our parents may have been looking for, would be somebody that works hard, somebody that's hardworking in terms of, like, that person would work well in the garden because that was their lifestyle and whatnot. So they would look out for that type of character, and not necessarily other character traits. Whereas now, for you in this age, I'm not saying that hard work is not still important, but would you say that you could still trust their values, the things that they would look for in order for them to choose a partner for you?
For me, I would say I understand where you're coming from with the morals that they had before and stuff. But when I go on some things some things just don't change. Like your parents would want would have want a husband who was God fearing, who and for me, God, to have somebody who's on the same level with me when it comes to spirituality, that's like a huge thing. Because to me, one time we done remove a whole set of barriers. So then, if you really do have parents who are in the faith, and that's like a big thing, to meet your equals spiritually. And to me, if you have that, although there are other components needed, but if you have that, to me, that's like a big part of it already you have unlocked. And like, I have gone through so many situations in dating where I would bring somebody to just let my mother know. I'll tell my mother, mommy, that's the guy I'm dating. It's not nothing serious as yet, but we're dating. And she would be that's not the one for you. That's Sarapayon. And then at the end of the day, I went through the dating process, and then later on I find out Sarapayon for true. So are you gonna? There is something about your close friends, your parents. I don't know what exactly it is, but they normally can handpick somebody that matches really well to you.
Thank you so much, Alex. So I'm gonna come back to you, Alex, but let me just jot down that point before I forget it. So Lydia, now Alex has made a really good point in that she's saying that your parents would be able to make a really good choice for you. So I'm gonna say that based on maybe based on experience or whatever it is, they kind of have the eye on whatnot, and they may choose that right partner. So I'm siding with Alex here just for this question. Would you say then that parents or your friends they could make a better decision for you than for yourself, in that they're standing outside of the relationship. They're not in this gooey-eyed phase where, for example, when we meet somebody, well, some people, they when they get all gooey-eyed, they don't like really see the person for who they are, but they just see like, oh, he's this really handsome, nice guy and whatnot, and they tend to overlook the flaws. What would you say about that? What are the merits to that in terms of letting your parents choose, and what's your disagreement with it?
As you said, some people like are gooey-eyed and whatnot. Well, I guess for these some people, it can work. But for maybe persons like myself, that's I'm strong-minded, I'm focused, I know what I want. So to me, if I go on a first date with you, a second date, I see you, the time I get to know you, I would be able to see if, like, let's say your character and whatnot, or if I'll be able to maybe agree with you and whatnot, observe you in a few dates and whatnot. Unless you really have a deep dark secret that you're keeping and you could be really pretentious or something, which in turn would work either way. It could work against the parents choosing for you with somebody being really secretive, and it would work against you too, you choosing for yourself with somebody like that. It wouldn't work either. It wouldn't work out either way. But she touched on the parents being God-fearing and also all that. I agree on all that. But as myself, also being a God-fearing person, then the only person I would allow to choose for me is God. God don't make mistakes. Your parents can still make mistakes. Your parents, as you said, sometimes what they choose what they like. They like that character and this in the person, and that's not really like maybe what you would kind of like. Maybe the person is a well-mannered person, all that is good, and then they don't. But sometimes your character is that of a strong character that you feel you would be able to the person would not be challenging enough for you, or the person would not be strong-minded enough for you in terms of men as children of God. Men are supposed to be the leaders, the leaders of the home and whatnot. And you wouldn't want somebody you could maybe, if you say that, they would go with you along with a lot of things you say. So then to me, you would better know sometimes that for yourself. And I'm just not really seeing it, even though I see where she's coming from, and I do agree it can work for maybe some people. I don't agree personally, and I also don't agree that it would also work for other people.
Thank you so much. I think Alex is experiencing some problems with her internet connection. But however, right now, I want to just give our viewers the challenge to we're gonna give you just 5 seconds. Go and hit that like button, smash it, smash it, smash it, and go and comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this whole idea about arrange and letting your parents choose, because there are just so many ideas. Alex is coming with some really solid points about your parents know you well, and then if your parents are God-fearing, they would make a sound decision for you. And then Lydia is coming back with a very solid point, and then she's saying now, but if I'm God-fearing, then I could make that sound decision. And two, I know what I want. I would be able to make that sound decision. So there's a lot of information, a lot of questions. I need to know what you think. Put that there in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Yes, Lydia.
Just one more point I would like to make that. If you make the decision for yourself and let's say things don't turn out well in the future, you have yourself to blame, as opposed to you blaming your parents, you blaming your friends, you'll be casting blame on them. I wouldn't want to be in a position that I link somebody, although they have the choice to maybe not go into stuff if they notice stuff and if they notice things. But some people are kind of pleasers of people. They like to please people and whatnot. So their friends put them together. They get in some encouragement. Hey, he's a good person. They get in all that. So then some people would maybe go in that, and you make a mistake later. It wouldn't be good if somebody would be blaming you. You would feel like you're being blamed for putting somebody in that situation, as opposed to you making your own decisions and you making your own mistakes. You would only have yourself to blame, as opposed to you blaming somebody else.
Thank you so much. So I want to ask you one more question, Alex, and then of course you could give your closing remarks as well with that. So you spoke about the parents being God-fearing. So Lydia, based on some of what Lydia had said, now the person, when you make the decision on your own, you have yourself to blame as an individual in that. Well, that was the choice you made. When your parents are so. Are you saying that allowing your parents or your friends to choose is it's all based on if they're God-fearing? And what if it's a situation where I am a believer and my parents are not believers? Then is it that I should not allow them to choose for me because they're not believers? Is it all circumstantial? Is it all based on something?
Well, my take to that question would be that I could really love flowers, but then Lydia might be my friend and she doesn't like flowers at all. But then I would know as a friend, in being a good friend, I would definitely know that, hey, Lydia doesn't like flowers. So whatever I do, I need to stay away from flowers because she really doesn't like flowers. So in spite of where you stand, you being a good parent, you being a good friend, you would definitely choose what was in your friends or your daughters or your sons' best interest. You wouldn't choose it because, hey, that's what I like. You're not the one getting to know the person that you've chosen. Whoever it is, the family member is the one getting to know that person. So why does it have to be about what you like? It definitely has to be about what the person like, what the person is passionate about, what the person desires for their future. You just helping out. You just and to Lydia said something about seeing somebody, maybe your parents might not have seen the person in a the way that you would have seen the person. I'm not saying that your parents should just, or your friend should just get you somebody that they just met yesterday. Your friend would have known the person, like probably the person would not have been in around you or whatever, but your friend or your other family member would have had seen the person in several different lights already to assess the person, to see if the person is really a viable candidate for you. So then that just was a lot of us. We were out there and we were pretty shy. We really cannot somebody will speak to us and we're a bit shy. We cannot really say much. And for the men, some of the men, they're introverts. They cannot really approach a woman. So hey, you make it a lot easier by helping out your friend, because the guy would probably have all those wonderful qualities. He's hardworking, he's loving, and he's ambitious, he's God fearing.
You're starting a fire, and I don't think you're ready for the heat.
All those things he would have had, but you would not know because he's such an introvert. You would not know. However, his brother would have seen, well, you know what? I have a friend named Lydia, and she suits him really well because, you know, all those things that he has, she's loving, she's caring, she's God fearing, and the way she has her God thing down. He has it down the same way. So automatically, the brother in the middle who knows Lydia as a friend from way back then, or as a cousin from way back then or something, would see that the two of them could mesh really nicely. And maybe at first Lydia would end up not loving him, just trying to get to know him, and she'd end up falling deeply in love with him because they were matched really well. So that's my take.
Thank you so much. I could definitely see where you're coming from in terms of if it does work out that way. My question now would be based on all that you said, in that, okay, your parents are just helping, and that way it definitely should be in your best interest. However, since it's possible that the parents are trying to, sometimes the parents may have not chosen well for themselves, so then they're trying to relive their life through you, and then now they're choosing the partner they would have wanted, not necessarily what you would have wanted. So you're saying that they should, and should is the main word there. And that's my take on it, by the way. I think so that parents, it's possible that the parents or your friends would choose based on what they think is best. So because everybody wants what's best for themselves, but then everybody's idea of what's best for themselves is different. So so they want what's best for you, and the idea of what's best for you based on their knowledge of you might be right, or it might work, or it might not work. So I definitely see where you're coming from, in that they might have noticed qualities and whatnot and see things that are compatible. But I think it's really here and there for me to let my parents or my friends choose, because what they might be looking for might not be what I'm looking for. And my parents may see a nice, kind, loving, friendly guy, and you say, "Oh, that's a good husband for me." But then, if my personality is very strong and the guy's an introvert, or he's shy and he's afraid to talk, I'm just going to rumble. I'm just going to just drive all over the guy. By the time I'm done, you'll be this. There'll be no guy left to talk about. so like, because our personalities, whilst he has great qualities and traits, but my personality would overpower his. And then I'm just saying, in some cases it might not work. For some people, they need the balance, the two opposites. But I don't know. Viewers, let us know. Let us know in the comment section. This is good. This is good. What's your take on it? Lydia, do you have any closing remarks?
Not really, not anything new. Just to still stand by my point and say that as a mature people should be like dating to get married, and mature people should know what they want. And mature people, it's true, maturity doesn't come with age, but generally it's not in your teens and whatnot. So then when you start there, sometimes you don't know exactly what you want, and you, let's say, get yourself involved in things you shouldn't, and then you'll not make wise decisions. So mature people should maybe date with the let's say with the intention in mind to get married. So then if mature people are dating, then to me, I think you will know what's best for yourself. And in what you said about, let's say, you running all over the person, I was like, if the person is already an introvert and you do that, then the person will become even more of an introvert with you being so dominant and whatnot. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you so much. So, mind you, I get some really good she's from Alex. I'm not saying I totally disagree with her, because she's making some really, really strong points that my family may know me well enough, and it might work to my advantage in that they're seeing things outside of my. Sometimes we're limited in our vision because we're looking for good looks, we're looking for this, we're looking for that, and whereas our family already, our parents or our friends would have seen past that and see somebody that could definitely work for us. So I'm not like Xing out Alex's point at all. I'm just trying to keep this open, trying to keep our line of communication open and see what's our take on it. Alex, do you have any closing words, and then we could end? Don't forget to unmute your mic.
When Lydia said that you said it first, and then Lydia said that the person is an introvert, and then you have such a strong personality. Let me tell you, have you ever seen what two strong personalities really does to a relationship? You have to really gear up yourself and learn to back down, because two strong people is like there's forever a battle. But when you end up having one not so strong and a strong a more outspoken person and one not so outspoken, there is already a balance there. There's a balance where probably the soft spoken one would put the point across, but the powerful one would be going on and on like a loose engine. And but then you would still get like, after a while of going on and on, you would realize, but hey, my partner is really not giving me the energy for me to fuel the on and on. It's just me. So that really doesn't make any sense. Let me just back down. So that's what
Alrighty, thank you so much. Well, you guys, this has been really, really interesting. I can't give the final words. I'm gonna give our viewers, our YouTube fam, the privilege, the opportunity of giving the final words. Please that in the comment section. Like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, because you know you want to know when the next series is coming, when the next session is coming out on this series. Yo, this has been good. This has been amazing. Let me know. Please, y'all. We're just waiting for you to do the good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this link, and you'll know. You'll know. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.